Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magnificent Mags channel. Yes, we are Magnificent Mags. We're headed to a 70-year trophy drought. Yes, sorry it's a bit windy, but because I'm in such a happy mood after the best weekend ever, I thought I'd come to another place that makes me happy all the time, and that's Tynemouth. Yes, I'm just on the Spanish Battery. There's Lord Collingwood's monument, but as you've seen in the preview, I think it should be renamed the Lord Howe's monument after what he's just achieved out at Wembley this weekend. And there's the beautiful North Sea, and there's Tynemouth Castle and Priory. Welcome back to the channel. We're back. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I've got nothing planned on this. Normally I try and structure these videos out in segments, but I've got absolutely nothing planned for this. I'm just going to do freeform celebration. Normally I'd call it a freeform ramble, but that was the best weekend of my life. And yes, sorry it's taken till Tuesday, but after Sunday night, you'd imagine like all the celebrations, all the videos, all the pictures. My phone battery's on about 10%. 12% after we left Wembley, and had everyone, family, friends, calling us, rang loved ones back. I even got congratulations of a couple of red and whites who I work with through gritted teeth, but they said we deserved it. And I'll just open with this, by the way. I've just got to say a massive congratulations, well on the subject of congratulations. Liverpool fan has been an absolute class act this weekend. In the start of this week, I've given nothing but congratulations, and I'll give this to Van Dijk and Slot. We went section 142, which was right of Eddie Howe, just up and right. He was just like 10 o'clock. Van Dijk and Slot waited there and shook every one of our players' hands, and Eddie Howe's coaching staff to say well done. So just got to say a class act. And thank you to every other fan base who's congratulated me. If you're not a Toon fan and watching this, thank you for taking your time out your day to do so. But we do really appreciate it, because it's just finally great to know what it feels like to win a trophy, that fantastic feeling. Oh my God, I'm just so overcome with emotion, happiness. Smile hasn't came off my face. In the 6-hour drive back yesterday, that's why I said I haven't came on here there. Tuesday, sorry again, like I said, it's not planned. I went off on a tangent there, but phone battery was low. We went to the Green Man, and then we went to meet mates who were at Wembley, who watched it at the Allsop in Paddington near Baker Street. We couldn't get in anywhere, but except the Spoons, but then we realised nowhere was really open. We're all asking, but unlike town, where everywhere's open 1 or 2 every night, it's not the case in the capital. So what we did end up doing was just getting the train back to Harrow. George was shut because we stayed at the Travelodge there. So what I ended up having to do is just go into the hotel bar. But I didn't really have any drinks because I was driving yesterday and I was absolutely emotionally and physically drained. And after a breakfast and my mates who I was bringing back met up, done the 6-hour drive back, gone to town for 5, and then we all decided, yeah, we couldn't actually get a few drinks in, so went into town. Stupid me, forgot to change out my trackies, I couldn't get it to stack. I nearly said to the staff member how he got in when he was walking out with trackies on. It turned out to be Jason Tyndall. So I was like, I'll keep my mouth shut. But then I met up with everyone at the Three Balls and we just stayed there. But we had our drinks and then got the last bus home. So we're made up for it. And I'm off work today, back tomorrow. So I just thought I'd come and do the vlog now. So apologies that it's been delayed. But I just wanted to take the time when I had a decent night's sleep and I had managed to calm down, because it has just been the best weekend of the life. I've just about took my tune top off. I've still got the scarf on from our seat at Wembley, but oh my god, that was just the best, wasn't it? As I said in my pre-match vlog, I've came down a bit, sorry, the wind's gone. I just wanted to say though, all we wanted for once was our club, our team to try, because like I said, I had the 96 Charity Shield, the 1998 Cup final defeat, and 99 2000 semi-final. So with this, yes, it's been a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartache. We've had so many great managers and players. I mean, Malcolm MacDonald, Alan Shearer, Kevin Keegan, just Terry Hibbert, Terry McDermott, Laurent Robert, Nobby Solano, Les Ferdinand, David Ginola. And then we're managers, we've had Kevin Keegan, Sir Bobby, and none of these managers have been able to do what he's done. And honestly, Eddie Howe, now, as we were saying in London over the weekend, before even the game, he'd be immortalised forever, but that squad are immortalised forever. Sorry, I've got my sunglasses on. I still have been a bit emotional after all the celebrations, but it's really sunny today and I don't really want to be squinting because it'll look ridiculous. But yes, it's just been, oh, what a roller coaster of a weekend. I mean, you know what, even the drive down there and back, seeing all the black and white scarves and the cars on the road, all the way down. The only bad part of the weekend really was, sorry everyone came back to me in Harrow yesterday, but the ones I was dropping off were in Camden. And when I dropped them off in Camden and had to get to Harrow, the traffic was an absolute nightmare. So they came to me. But other than that, the drive down there and back wasn't that bad at all. About 5.5 hours there, 5.5 hours back. But yes, as we've all said, everyone we've talked to, it's been the best weekend of our lives. Honestly, nothing compares to it. The team turned up, and then some didn't. Honestly, everything just felt better. You can just go through all the games. We are an emotional club, and you can think from all these European away trips, Milan, Barcelona, Dortmund, just even the UEFA Cup in Olympiacos and everywhere. We've had so many great days in Europe, and then we've had many good cup runs in my lifetime, obviously 98, 99, then the heartbreaking defeat in Cardiff to Man U 2005, European runs 2 years ago. But we just said, and this is it felt different, and everything was different about the weekend. The travel down, no one was getting overhyped. I think it helped that Liverpool have been the best team this season, and we're kind of underdogs and we expected nothing from it. And you know what, in the one game where we've went in possibly with the least expectations ever, we put in our best performance I've certainly seen since Eddie Howe came in, but possibly the best performance ever, because PSG is definitely still up there, and the atmosphere. But in terms of the mammoth,ness, if that's even a word, I might be making that up, just the size of the occasion, what that game meant, and the 50-ton weight around our shoulders, as Si said. Si was 3 seats to the right of me, so all got one row in Wembley, but Si was 3 seats to the right of us, and even he said at full time it was like a gorilla off our back. But I've never felt a stadium shake like that when Dan Burns' header went in, and honestly, like, I'll get to it. I mean, there's so much to cover. This video might go on a bit, so I apologise. I'll be editing it, but just so much to get through. And But yeah, I'll go back to it, circle back round. The trip down, the drive was fine, no bother. Black and whites in the services everywhere. Sunderland fans looking glum in Wetherby. You know, they were going to Coventry, we were going to Wembley. Funny enough, the internet's been down there and on Teesside, funny enough, since about 6:30 on Sunday. But yeah, it's the drive down was fine. Checked into the hotel, a few drinks at the George, then we went across to Leicester Square. The train was terminating a bit, so we just decided went to King's Cross, switched to the Bay Gallery line, went to Leicester Square, then we just walked up. And honestly, it was the best thing walking there rather than going to the station directly, because the atmosphere was fantastic. I've seen all the videos, but we managed to find a spot near the toilets and the pillar. It was, well, you would have heard the Punch and Judy pub sold out a drink at 6 p.m. And so we were kind of opposite there in Covent, but found a good spot in the wall opposite. It was where the first Punch and Judy act was done. Fair play again, all the fan base as well. Everyone cleaned up after themselves. And yeah, Saturday night was absolutely bouncing there. It was just rocking, just the build up to it. It was like probably with the least of expectations, how good Liverpool have been. But even me Liverpool supporting mate Neil, mentioned him a few times, he's the one who said Nunez has got everything. Hasn't he, son? Well, not this time. Done absolutely nothing as usual. And yes, Newcastle United turned up. Oh my God, we were brilliant. We went in first, got with scarves, had with drinks, and all we asked for, our expectations were just score a goal. That's literally what we wanted. We just wanted to know what that feeling was like of scoring a goal. We just wanted to inject. As you might have heard, I'm not getting paid for this, but the Gibraltar Rock, whatever the name might be, it might stay to it, but it's reopening in the summer, and it's going to have a beer garden right here outside. Right here. Couldn't get the camera right there. Beer garden right there overlooking the Priory, and obviously, as you'll have heard, just down there, King Eddie's Bay. So that'll be a good place where we'll probably still be chatting about the cup final. But beautiful day. Anyway, yes, back to it. Yeah, we went in. We got in early. We went in at 10 to 3 actually, ahead of a ticket time of 3 till 3:30 in the yellow zone. And yeah, they let us straight in. Unlike 2 years ago, we weren't queuing. It might have been the timing. We've done it well this time, but we're straight in. Absolutely no bother at all getting into the stadium. And then lineups came through, same lineup as West Ham, but you just thought, it's strange because I had that anxiety, I think we all did, when Liverpool had beat Spurs in the semi-final second leg. We knew they were going to come back. That's the way Liverpool have been this season. And we got through. There was anxiety, but weirdly for us, it's done the opposite. The closer the game's got, the more confident I felt. I don't even know. I mean that. I'm not even making that up. I'm not just saying it now in hindsight. I swear I said it. My mind's a mess at the minute with all the happiness, but I swear, going back to the game on like the pre-match video for the game, I swear in the pre-match video for the game, even though my mind's still full of excitement and can't compute most things, trying to get all this out of my head, what I want to talk about, I said that. And yes, Newcastle United, we even said it 5-10 minutes in, we just went, got a feeling here, you know, this is ours to lose. This is before we even scored. And you know, yes, there's 4 players I do want to mention, but that's not knocking any other player. They were fantastic. Hey everyone, I've just came down to King Eddie's Bay, just down the steps. Sorry about that little delay there, I had to do a jump forward. I got a storage warning. I've took that much content over the weekend, I had to freeze something up. So I'm down here, and despite being late March, people playing footy, and some are actually in deck chairs. But I just thought I'd come down here. It's a bit warmer, it's been enclosed, just to do the next bit of my video. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm not faulting any single player. Every single one of them players give it their absolute all on that game. Honestly, like, I cannot fault any of them. But you know, you have to pick 4 of them out. Maybe even 5 though. Look, 1, Alexander Isak. Where would we be without him? He's got 23 goals this season. That one, the biggest of the lot. The fact that he didn't do much all game. He's off the ball. His off the ball play was excellent, can I just say. The fact that he kept running and pressing Liverpool's defenders and midfielders whenever they had it when he could, even though he's dead on his feet at the end when he tried to do that run through. Where would be without him? And then you go on to Sandro Tonali, absolutely brilliant. From a player who's been out with a 10-match ban, the way he's come back this season, people have been mocking, were saying when he joined he didn't want to be there, and I still say that Milan knew what they were doing when they sold it to her, when they knew what was coming, and then they expected us to take the brunt of it, his ban, and then they expected just to sign him back. But no, it's great, his attitude, he's been absolutely spot on, he's played out of his skin, he's been excellent since going into that number 6, freeing Bruno up, as we've all discussed, don't need to go into that. And he said he owes the club, and my God, has he paid us back 10 times over with winning that trophy. He was excellent, he was tenacious, he was breaking play up, he was so quick when he was tracking back and then on transition. But again, yeah, what on the ball play was great, but what off the ball play was also good. We didn't give Liverpool time to breathe. Then who else can you go? Nick Pope. I'll just jump over another midfielder who you all know who it is, and the defender who I'm going to mention. I don't need to mention any names there, but you know who it is. And yes, Nick Pope, the big debate was, will he come in or will it be Dubravka? He chose Pope, he had to back him, and honestly, that save from Curtis Jones, and I think it was the 60th minute, so if Liverpool had scored then, that would have been massive, like, in terms of the context of the game. Liverpool could have easily pushed on and got another, but fortunately, Nick Pope with that big hand to save it, his right hand, to push that over the bar. That was Kane were winning that game. And you know what? He done well. There was a chance in the first half where Luis Diaz was through, and Pope came out. Yes, it was offside in the end, but Pope came in and intercepted it well. And then he done a couple of vital punches, didn't he? But that save with his hand was massive. He didn't have too much to do. And then you can go on to back to the midfield. Joe Linton. My God, Joe Linton. What can you say about the man that you haven't already since he'd done his position change? Absolute colossus and unit of a player. Like, he's absolute hell to play against, you can just tell. Like, at times I was counting the number of players on the pitch from the stand. I was saying to the lads, is there more than one Joe Linton here? Because Joe Linton was just everywhere in his role, like the amount of roles he can play. But it was the fact that he shielded the back four. When he needed to help Tino out, he doubled up with Livramento to stop Salah, and then on transition he was getting up front and he was an outlet, and you know what, wasn't even flicking balls on. The amount of pressure he takes off with being able to control a high ball with his chest or bring it down on the first touch. Honestly, like, he's such an all-round player. And then also he was just breaking everything up in midfield. Just two great examples I can say is just the one where he absolutely clattered Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai was left there holding his jaw. I'm surprised that didn't get pulled back, I must admit, but that was hilarious. I'm going to go back up the stairs now. And then the one which we loved when we were shooting towards the Gallagher, that's what we all affectionately said at half time, we were shooting towards the Gallagher, our end of the stadium. And it was that one, I think it was Kwanzaa, it might have been, but it's where Liverpool were running down the right-hand wing, right in front of us. And then Joe Linton just came out of nowhere and absolutely beasted him to death off the ball. I mean, that just summed up his game, and that got the biggest roar of the lot. But he was great, as I said, defensively as well. Like that block he done from putting the cross in, that was fantastic as well. Joe Linton, absolute beast. We wouldn't have won that game without him. And then a special mention, I mentioned him just there, Tino Livramento, before I go on to the main man. But Tino Livramento come in at left back against Mohamed Salah, and I'll put the stat on the screen, but first time when Salah's played 90 plus minutes, he hasn't got a goal or assist contribution. He's done absolutely nothing. And that's down to Tino Livramento. I've said this before, previous videos, but the fact that Livramento is right-footed, I said it can negate Salah. When Salah's want to cut inside, Tino's got his right foot to stop that, force him down the wing. And I don't think Salah's got a right foot. Tino was absolutely brilliant. Salah didn't get a sniff. Honestly, at times I thought if Liverpool started him, was he already on international duty? So yeah, Tino Livramento was absolutely fantastic. You know what? I'm not even going to stick to this, but I've got to go on to Kamara's. These tears at the end, like it's all on the big screen. We've looked at it back after, but the show for a player from Brazil, what it means to him, that much. Honestly, it just, he's the man to do it. He says, as he's mentioned, he wanted to be the person who comes here, qualifies for the Champions League, writes his name in the history books, get a trophy. So many other fans laughed. It's like when Amanda, when I posted yesterday, she said, get Champions League and a trophy in 5 years. Everyone mocked her. Well, both of them stuck to the word and done that in less than 3.5. So, you shove that down the throat. And I just want to give a special mention to HLTCO, Palace fans account, saying there's so many celebration police out trying to say, we can't celebrate this moment. And he's right. What he said is absolutely right. We're all going to be dead one day, so enjoy this moment while you can. Any other club done it, I would knock them. And you know what? Some mocked Borough 20 years ago, maybe in some of our fan base, but when they won in 2004, I said this at the time, it was before all this, social media and that, but I said when they won in 2004, I would win that trophy. I'd do anything for that trophy, like anything legal, that's what I mean, context. But I said I'd do anything. I just love the League Cup. It'd be massive. It is. We've got Europa Conference football. We've ended with trophy drives. I mean, it is a bit of a disgrace. Watch it. It's 25-3 on Tuesday the 18th of March, and I'm with a trophy now for nearly 48 hours. It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. But yeah, Bruno, honestly, captain's performance. I don't even want to go on about the little pirouette he tried near the end, which led to Liverpool's goal, because it didn't affect him in the end. But game management was excellent. Callum Wilson learned from Nottingham Forest not to lose the ball. He took it into the corner so well, him and Willigan, that Tonali getting the yellow for doing his laces up, but he didn't need to. Excellent shit hamstring. But you know what? I haven't got any complaints with the stoppage time that was added on. Or after the VAR check. It was all right and was sorted out so well. I've got to get up to the main man himself, Big Dan Burn. What a week that man's had. I'm so happy for him. I mean, to start, he gets his England call-up. Then he's ended the trophy drought, scored the opener for his boyhood club. And then it's just been announced this morning that he's going to get the freedom of Northumberland. The council are going to bestow that honour. And there's no one deserving. Honestly, he used to play the club when he was younger. And then he's had to play it for New Hartley, which is in between like Seaton Delaval, Seaton Sluice, Blythe. Then he's played for Blythe Town, Blythe Spartans. Then he's went to, I believe it was Fulham, had loans at Yeovil, he's been at Birmingham, obviously Fulham I mentioned there, Brighton. He's come back home, and then he's had the best week of his life. Can that even be topped? Honestly, I even watched the rest of this football thing this morning, and Shearer went, you may as well fucking retire, which I laughed my head off at, but it's a very good point. I mean, can he top this week? But Shearer said his response was, I'm going to score at Wembley for England too. That's Dan Burns' attitude, and you know what? What a performance, man. Just everywhere, on the end of everything, every tackle, every header, just all fist pumping, blocking shots, just right place, right time. Like I laughed second half when they were shooting towards us, and we got a turnover, and Tonali was running through, and Dan Burn in the half space on his left was making a bombing overlapping run. I've never seen Dan Burn run that quick, and I was like, it'd be great if Tonali played him in. Then he just like drilled it across into the far corner past Callagher, but yeah, it wasn't to be. He went the other way. To Isaac, tried to find Joel and it broke down, but that's something of Dan Burns' attitude. He wanted it more than someone else, and that England call would give him the lift. And you know what? I'll say this. I'm not one for sympathy, like towards myself. I'll have sympathy and empathy for anyone, but I do want this for myself. The big reason why I started these videos, and it brought it back yesterday, I've been emotional, I was crying. I've got to say, like I was there with the lads, turned around, Singer, Si, myself, Craig, Michael, like we're all like so crying so much when Dan Burns had hit the back of the net. And I'll come on to the reason, and it's yeah, I started these videos in November. I could have done it earlier, but the big reason was I used to live in Blythe for 7 to 8 years. Plessy Road, in the end, had a few houses, but me and my ex-partner, we lived on Plessy Road near Croft Park. So I went to some Spartans games when the two weren't playing, and she was Jennifer. Any of you who live up that way might have known her. I just need to do a special mention for it while we're on the cup win. But yes, it was Jennifer Greer. I was with her from 2016 up until 2023, and unfortunately she did lose her life. So it has been a tough time. I haven't mentioned it before because it's not the whole reason why I start the video, and I don't want anyone feeling sorry for us, because you know what, like we're all shared in the cup win on Sunday. That was, I've mentioned it, generations past. You've got John Alder, Liam Sweeney, two lads who unfortunately lost their lives, so tragic. And then obviously you've got Michael, if any has been following his story on X, lost his battle with cancer after winning the second leg against Arsenal on the 5th of Feb. It's tough, and I don't want any sympathy because it's what we all go through. Like we're all shared in that brilliant cup win down in London this weekend. Yeah, we'll all go through other things, and them being we'll born, we'll pay taxes, and we'll die, and yeah, everyone will go through it at some point. It's not nice, but yeah, I wanted to mention it. It's solely for the fact that because of how much of a big moment what was for Big Dan Burn, it brought it home that she was from Blythe, I'm from Wallsend, but we met at an old job, got on really well, and I moved up there for that reason. And I had some of the best years of my life up there for 7 to 8 years, and Burn scoring that for Blythe itself, for Northumberland, for the whole area. It brought it home a lot because, well, she wasn't the biggest football fan, supported us of going to the games home and away, and she always backed us, and she always brought me mood up if Newcastle had ruined it. So sorry if I'm a bit emotional, but I do miss her. I've found someone you know, just met recently, Lucy. She's brilliant, fantastic woman. She's helped us move on, but these football videos have been my friends were all pushing her. I've got the best group ever going down there with the lads, all being in that same area of Wembley with the best group of mates ever. Was fantastic. But it did bring it home that I missed and support us through all of that. But my new partner Lucy's been excellent too. So I just want to say that was a big reason behind doing it. The lads kept pushing us because that's all we talk about. And they said apparently I'm the most confident on camera. And yeah, don't let strangers affect you. Don't let them think less of you. No one should ever be brought down. No one should ever be brought down, sorry, by anyone else calling you. Don't let anyone do that to you. It's all worth something. And I want to do these videos because we all have talked about the tune, and it's a good outlet to either let your good emotions out like now, or the lows, because as I said, we'll share them same things. We'll lose someone eventually, and it's not nice. And football is a massive outlet for all. It could be a big source of frustration. Lots of lows, like anyhow. I said Keith Downey yesterday at the team hotel in Watford. But then it'd be moments like this where all the hardship everyone goes through, which is at the moment the cost of living, bills, everyone's worrying, and this sport just does something that nothing else can. And it just thinks like all the fans who aren't with we yet, who we've lost, or the ladies behind us at Wembley, one who she was 80, she was a bairn the last time we won the FA Cup. She's been waiting 70 years for that moment, and we'll just give her the biggest hug. She was so nice. I forgot your name, I am so sorry, because we're caught up in the moment. When the second goal in, someone fell on us, kind of twisted my leg. It's better now, but it killed at the time, but it was worth it. But yeah, it's just that. It's so many generations. One, two, three, 4 generations it can't be of people have been waiting for this moment for Newcastle United to do that. And Eddie Howe has achieved that, he's got immortality. So I just want to share that now. Those of you who know us know that already, but it's just, yeah, these videos have been a good outlet in helping us move on. She'll always be with us there, like all our family members, our friends, our partners, and we've lost her. It was unexpected, but you've got to keep moving forward. And this club, even though they stress you out at times, and I swear that's why I've got a lot more greys than I do, and I should have a 37, it's for moments like Sunday. Honestly, like Dan Burn, as I said, getting back to the game, that header, honestly, when that hit the net, like we did find it weird at the time. We're thinking, why is McAllister marking Dan Burn? But Eddie Howe recognised that Arna Slot plays zonally, and the fact that Dan Burn was so far out, they said it was deliberate. They've been working on set pieces for 2 weeks, and Dan Burn was so far, it was like 12 yards out, and he got so much power on the header. But it's a way Kieran Trippier delivers these crosses, and them crosses were just causing so much trouble all game. I mean, Bruno could have scored if he just managed to get a bit more of a connection on it from when Burn won the head on earlier in the half. But when that header went in, my God, I've never felt Wembley or any stadium shake like that, even more than PSG. And that was literally like the best moment of my life, obviously until the second goal and the final whistle. But that opening goal to us meant so much. And to be scored by a local lad, he encapsulated everyone's mood and just been on such a high since. And you know what, as I said at the start of the video, Liverpool fans have been nothing but classy with her. They've praised her, they said we deserved it more. And yeah, we were joking, saying, look, you are going to win the league title, can you give with this? But it wasn't even like I hoped. I thought we might go out and shit house a 1-0 win, something like that, just try and like sneak something, withstand the pressure. But we went out and we bossed them. And Eddie Howe, and put this on the screen too, has now beat all the top 4 his squad on the way to ending with trophy drought. We'll beat Chelsea, we'll beat Forest, beat Arsenal over 2 legs, not just 1, 2 legs, home and away, and Liverpool, who are going to go on and win the league. Even though Arsenal have cut the gap to 12 points now, and they helped her by beating Chelsea to keep them 2 points ahead of her. It just would beat the top 4, so no one can say we've fluked this trophy, and it just feels fantastic. Right, I've got to say this, I did laugh at the irony, and Dan Burn get an England call up, and he can't even celebrate when he's helped end with trophy drought, and he's got to go on England duty. Like the way we performed at Wembley, I said in my preview video, it's a sliding doors moment. A lot of these players won't get this chance again. They're aging, they might be sold this summer. So whatever's went beforehand, like it's great to see Gordon serenaded, but whatever's went beforehand, you can't knock any of these players. Gordon deserved the applause because we wouldn't have got here without Gordon's goal. So forget him getting sent off. There was no conspiracy. It was just the heat of the moment, and he got sent off, and he got the applause he deserved. At least there was one happy Scouser this weekend, and yeah, just brilliant. Honestly, like every single one of them players immortalised forever. They've went further than any other squad since 1955 domestically. Have went. They went further than any squad in 56 years since the Fairs Cup. And like I said, not just that, we've also secured European qualification, but it's even been mentioned, and I do believe this, we can now push on. It could open the door like it's done for other clubs. Yes, FFP's a factor these days, unlike what Chelsea and City had, but it could be the moment where we'll do the signings in the summer, we'll push on. If we only get Europa Conference, it's still Europe. It's a competition I believe we could win with the right signings. We could get Europa League. I believe we could win that. Could push on to Champions League. Now, I don't think we'll win that, but just to get there with a new format will be transformative for both on and off the pitch. It'll just mean players will want to leave now. I mean, I can't speak for them, but the fact that Yasser walked around in front of her at full time with the trophy it went, that's the first. And he's come out and said his favourite player is Isak, so I'm sorry. If the chairman says Isak's not going, I don't believe Isak's going. Why do you want to go anywhere else? We're still in the Champions League hunt. If we get Champions League and we've won a trophy, why would you want to go anywhere else? The club's trajectory is like this. It's been a privilege, like honestly. The season isn't done yet. I'm glad we've kind of got an international break now because we're all needed after being down there and in that stadium. It was so emotionally charged. We are an emotional club, and we do like kind of live and die by our results. We're on a massive high, a massive low, we're never in between, but that could propel with more trophies. It could unlock the door to so much more. And the fact that Yasser went, that's the first. You know they're going to go big in the summer, and it's just honestly the feeling. At times, I don't know if you've ever been in a dream, but yeah, like in a dream, you know, like you feel like if you ever fallen or something bad happened, like shit, is this real? And then you'd kind of do this. I don't know, you shake your head, and you wake up, and you're like, thank God that was just a dream. Well, I've been kind of doing that, like waking up, pinching myself, give myself a slap like this. It's like, is this actually happening? It has happened. Like the club display in the window, showing winners. They've got the winner shirt in the club shop. When we're driving up the A1 yesterday, when we're after Scott's Corner, between there and around County Durham, we were level with the team coach, going up the motorway. Tooted to the team coach, yeah, then went to town last night, we're still bouncing, but oh my God, it's just been the best weekend ever. Just like mentioning all them players, but even Fabian Schär, the one time that Dan Burn, the ball didn't come, I've just got to say, going back to game analysis, is sorry. One time Dan Burnett just went past and Fabian Schär was there to mock up. He rolled back the years. And you know what? I'm actually glad I've came back to game analysis, because I said my brain's full of just excitement. But I haven't mentioned Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier came back like he was in his prime, and it was the Kieran Trippier we just signed. In them opening 10-15 minutes, his game management, his nous, taking the pressure off with just them tackles, little foots in, headers. I mean, like I've always said, he's heading for a small player, his timing's excellent. But the headers back to Pope to relieve the pressure on the defence is priceless. But I just go through the whole team. I think I've mentioned them all. Jacob Murphy and Harvey Barnes, only two I haven't came on to, but they contributed massively. Barnes, first time in ages, honestly, like his tracking back was excellent. He worked so well in tandem, and he helped Tino out so much against the likes of Salah. And then you go to Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy was putting in the dangerous crosses. He was tackling, and he got the all-important assist to give with that 2-goal cushion after Isaac's earlier goal had been disallowed. It was the right call. Both Liverpool's goal was the correct call, and that was the correct call. Unfortunately, Bruno was like around the keeper, so it was kind of impeding him. So I can understand the reasons why that was disallowed. But Jacob Murphy. He wasn't my era because I was born after it, but a lot of people have said Jacob Murphy had turned into Wyn Davies. But if you go from my era, not Wyn Davies, it would be there's Ferdinand or Tino Asprilla for the leaps I had on there. Tino against Barca or Ferdinand just against anyone because he was a monster in the air. Murphy leapt like he was one of them, and the head down, no taking away Isaac's. That little celebration, his little point back in the face like that, and it just caught Van Dijk. I don't know if it was meant for Van Dijk, but just the timing of the shot, that'll live long in the memory. As much as us being right in front of the trophy lift when they came down from the top of Wembley. They came down to the left of where they were in front of her when they lifted it. The celebrations in front of everyone. What it meant to Bruno, Joe Linton. Honestly, it's just like Keegan said, one day you'll get your club, that'll be everything you dreamed of. And it is. I mean, these last few seasons under Eddie Howe, what a manager he is, elite. Bournemouth 23rd in League 2, start against Darlington, ironically one of Burns' former clubs. I didn't even mention them before actually, but yeah, taking them up to the Premier League, keep them there for 5 seasons. And then he's took us from second bottom to the Champions League. Only didn't make the knockouts because of a dodgy goal in Paris against her. And then he's got 2 quarter-finals, 2 finals, and he's ended the trophy drought. And I absolutely love Keegan, and I love Robson, so Bobby, but he's went where they couldn't, and he's ended the trophy drought. He's now above them now. Do I think he should have a statue yet? We don't know. I don't think you should really get one until you've actually gone, so you look back and everything achieved, but whenever he leaves, he does deserve one, because he's done what no one else has been able to do for over 70 years. And the feeling's just ecstasy. It's brilliant, it's excellent. It just feels like I'm walking on Time of Long Sands at the minute. It feels like I'm walking on silk, I'm walking on air. It's just that good of a feeling. And what a manager, honestly. And to gel a squad together where it is a small squad and we're missing Gordon, Hall and Botman, to play like that against Liverpool, it was just It's just tactical masterclass. The stop, Liverpool couldn't even press. Hello everyone, just came back up from the beach there. Getting a little sandy under my toes, but yeah, just around the video I've just got to say, yeah, we were absolutely fantastic. We wanted it more than Liverpool. We were better than Liverpool, and that's on and off the pitch as well. Our fan base were fantastic. Massive congratulations to War Flags for the display of past winners. And it was just great seeing make history and get into one of my favourite displays. And we've certainly done that. Like I said, we just wanted it more. We're more aggressive, strong in the tackle, more brave from start to finish. Even when they scored the goal, we didn't buckle. Even though we were nervous at the start, you think about typical Newcastle, but we were so brave. And I'm just going to say the way that we handled Salah as well. I know there's a few things. He's going through Ramadan, so he's fasting. They got ran into the ground last Tuesday against PSG, and they were missing Trent. It was awful defensively, but good in attack. But you've still got to beat what's in front of you, and we done that with aplomb. And the fact was, they were kind of travelling up at times. It was like Byrne, Joe Linton helping out Tino, as I've said, to pin Salah in that corner. And when he did get past him, he was forced onto his right, which he's not that strong with, in my opinion. And we've done a right job on him. And yes, Trent gets up and supports him, and it was like the game at St James's though, the 3-3. Salah done nothing all game, but then when Trent linked up with him within a space of 20 minutes, he suddenly had 2 goals and an assist. So that's how key Trent being out was, and it was massive, because then Gravenberch had to do the same job as him, but he hasn't got the quality or the engine or the passing range to do that. He was getting up there, but when he was leaving so much space in midfield, and we were just beating them with numbers. We were aggressive, winning it. And McAllister, got to say this, yeah, McAllister's a quality player. He normally makes Liverpool tick, but McAllister isn't that strong physically. And Joe Linton bullied him to death, so did Tonali. And then we're just very clever in shithousery, game management, players going down. Yes, Isak did eventually need to come off, but just running into the corner after they got the goal rather than still trying to attack. We've learned, we're smart. Like I said, the fan base learned from 2 years ago. Everything was just better in every department. Bruno going down, winning these tactical fouls. Tonali undoing his laces when he didn't need to waste time. Yeah, he got a booking, but he won't care. Joe Linton arguably should have got booked for whacking Soboslai, but we just made their players frightened, and they just didn't turn up. And every single one of our players deserves credit, and I just want to say you've made an entire region happy. All the videos from Robson Green, Anton Deck, Shearer, even say who haven't done videos, but Jimmy Nail, Tim Healy, honestly, all the famous Geordies. You could go to Sting, Brian Johnson, everyone, all regions, as I said, Northumberland, Mags and County Durham, South Tyneside, North Tyneside, Newcastle itself. You've just made an entire area happy. And this is a final big thank you to Eddie Howe, his coaching staff, the whole squad, Yasser, Piff, Amanda, Murdard, Darren Eales, Silverstone, everyone. Just everyone's pulled in that same direction. It's all come together, and you made a club believe again. As I've said just before there, Keegan said you'll get your club back one day. It'll be everything you want and more, and it certainly is. And this entire Geordie region is happy. It's buzzing. It's fervent again. It's so exciting. I even said that about us when we're in Covent Garden, mate. I said they all think we're feral, but we're all cleaned up. And we spoke to the police as well before and after the game, and they said there's not been one pick of bother from we're no arrests, no fighting, and we're tidied up. So yeah, we're an absolute credit wherever we'll go. So yeah, we've been rewarded. All that pain, all that heartache for past, current fans. Just, that's justice. We've finally done it. We've got over the line. And that's where everyone's had the biggest hangovers going for the last couple of nights. But yeah, it's back to work for me tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who stuck by. I know it's been a lengthy video, but I wanted it to be. There's been so much content to cram in, so much to talk about from an excellent weekend. And yes, sorry to anyone who I know I love. It's yes, it's been a love you all, but sorry, that was the best weekend ever of my life, with the best company, with Craig, Singer, Si, Ross, Michael, Nick, Carl, Jimmy, Sasha, Stephen, Matty, and Dodger, honestly, and everyone else, on Emma and Summer. Just got to say, all who were down there, absolutely fantastic, best weekend ever, smile won't leave me face, and I just can't wait for the trophy celebrations next weekend, and then the Brentford game will be absolutely bouncing when we go into that, which I think's the Wednesday night. Don't quote us on that, I'll check, I'll post it and see if it is or not, but yeah, absolutely can't wait for that. But for now, we do need the international break just to recover, because it's where everyone's trained. Couldn't be happier, and that's it for nothing. I think I've said all I need to. Got all the emotion out. Gonna go home, get this video edited, get it uploaded. So again, a big thank you to everyone who likes, comments, shares and subscribes, and for watching this video, because I know I've went on a bit, but I just want to express how happy I am. And all I can say is take care of yourselves, enjoy all the content, be happy, rest over the international break, and it'll be good to go again for the trophy celebration and then Brentford. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and take care. Bye bye for now. We're the lads, we are the champions, my friend. We'll keep on fighting to the end. Right, I am going, so you don't have to get my own singing voice. Bye!